Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you could join me today. Today we're going to be talking more about the work we need to do in order to raise our vibration and ascend. And today we're going to be talking about the chakras. My name is Kelly Emoto and I do pranic healing, spiritual teaching and spiritual counseling. I combine spirituality, science and psychology to help people raise their vibration and consciousness. So, what are chakras? Chakra is a Sanskrit word that means spinning wheel. And they do spin, but not in a flat wheel kind of shape. They spin in a spiral vortex. We actually have a lot of chakras, but the reason that most people would have only heard of 7 is because each of these 7 major chakras are linked to a major gland. And so, for purposes such as healing, for example, if you work on the 7 major chakras, you've worked on the whole body, in effect, without working on each separate part. The way that we use chakras to raise our vibration is from the base chakra right up to the crown chakra. And we do this because, in general, the qualities go from less complex to more complex. Having said this, a lot of people will mention 4 or 5 words that describe the qualities of each chakra, but in actual fact, there's quite a lot of overlap. It's usually for teaching purposes that most people will mention 4 or 5 discrete qualities as if they're all separated out. And I will do that today as well because it's easier to teach that way, but I had to mention that point before I start. The base chakra or root chakra is associated with the color red, and it's linked to the adrenal gland. In the mandala pictures that I'll be showing you, it is associated with 4 petals of the lotus flower, and it's roughly located on the tailbone area, on the spine. All the chakras are generally located on the spine, but there's no set, specific pinpoint area where they're located. It's just the general area on the spine. So the tailbone for the base chakra, and some of the qualities that are associated with the base chakra are things like security, belonging, identity, survival, tribe. The sacral chakra, or sometimes called the sexual chakra, because the major gland that it's linked to is the ovaries in women and the testes in men. It's associated with the color orange, and the mandala picture shows it with 6 petals of the lotus flower. It's located just below the belly button on the spine, and some of the qualities that are linked with the sacral chakra are things like sexuality, sensuality, creativity, relationships, and some of the more basic emotions such as pleasure. The solar plexus chakra is governed by the pancreas, the color is yellow. In the mandala picture, it has 10 petals of the lotus flower. It's located in the diaphragm area of our body on the spine. And some of the key words associated with the solar plexus chakra are things like personal power, opinions, and slightly more complex emotions such as confidence or anxiety. The next major chakra is the heart chakra. It's linked to the thymus gland and the color green. It's located around this spot, center of the chest, on the spine, and it's linked to keywords such as unconditional love, devotion, compassion, equilibrium, and courage. The throat chakra is linked to the thyroid gland. It's in the throat area on the spine. It's depicted by 16 petals of the lotus flower. The color is blue, and some of the key concepts are things like communication, self-expression, fluent thought, and independence. The third eye chakra, or sometimes called the brow chakra, is indigo in color, which is a dark blue. It's linked to the pineal gland, which is in the center of the brain, and located between the eyebrows on the spine. It's depicted by only 2 petals of the lotus flower in the mandala picture, and associated with things such as intuition, psychic abilities, inner guidance, balancing higher and lower selves, and trust. And the last major chakra is the crown chakra, which is located on the top of the head. It's linked to the pituitary gland and the color violet. It's depicted by 1,000 petals of the lotus flower in the mandala, and it's linked to concepts and qualities such as consciousness, beingness, meditation, the divine, unity and oneness. One of my sources of information is the Law of One, or the Ra material, which is channeled material from a group of highly evolved non-human beings. They said that they were in service to the one infinite creator, and that their main responsibility is to guide and manage the evolution of humans here on Earth. According to the Law of One, the universe, the living universe, divided itself into 7 major levels, or densities as they're known. And this is our system for spiritual evolution. It's mirrored, as we saw in the description, by the light spectrum, the rainbow spectrum. And in terms of ascension, humanity is moving from the 3rd density embodied by the solar plexus chakra, into the fourth density, which is embodied by the heart chakra. So some of the challenges that we had to learn about and overcome in the third density were things to do with polarities, such as investigating good and bad, male, female, right, wrong, war and peace. Moving into the fourth density, governed by the heart chakra, we'll be moving into more of our unity, our oneness, our connection with each other, and our unconditional love. According to the law of one, if you are on a negative path, it will be impossible for you to move past the sixth density in your evolution, which is embodied by the third eye chakra. The wisdom will only be available past that level if you can match it with an equal amount of unconditional love. So if you want to evolve to the seventh density, it's vital that you choose with your own free will to develop along the positive, love-filled path. One of the main ways that we can evolve using the chakras is through meditation. And many people say a lot of different things about meditation. My opinion is, from what I've learned, that there's three parts to meditation. The first part is relaxing the body, and some people only ever get to this stage, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, that's only the beginning stage. The second stage is to quiet your thoughts and emotions. It's impossible to really stop thinking, but the practice is to recede your thoughts to the background. One of the ways we can do this is by noticing what's right here around us. For example, there's a beautiful tree right outside my window. And if I was going to be in the present moment and recede my thinking, analytical mind, I would look at the leaves of the tree, for example, look at all the different shapes, look at all the different shades of green, and notice the way that the wind is moving some of the leaves and not others. By looking at the tree in this way, I'm bringing my consciousness to the foreground and receding the part of my mind that is judging and analytical. If I was looking at the tree using my analytical mind, I might be saying, oh, I wonder how many different colours there are. I wonder if I can categorize them from lightest to darkest. I wonder what that species of tree is and what it's called. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not the meditative state that I'm talking about. We need that part of our mind in order to survive in this world, but a lot of people, especially in the West, are encouraged to exclusively use that part of the mind. If you do that, you will be, for example, the mind looks for threats to our survival, problems, and then comes up with solutions a lot of the time. This is useful to keep us alive, but if you're doing that all the time, it can become extremely exhausting. And so this stage of meditation is very important because it brings your conscious awareness to the front and recedes that judging analytical mind just for a while. We really need this time to rest and rejuvenate from that constant whirlwind of thinking that the mind does. And the third stage, once you've done that, is to be aware of your essence, your divine essence, the part of you that is just the consciousness. You're able just to be here. And once you're able to acknowledge and be in that state, it's really blissful. It's wonderful to recede that thinking mind, the monkey mind, as a lot of the Eastern practitioners call it, and really experience our real essence, what we really are, the eternal part of ourselves. And so when you're in this state, you can meditate deeply on the energy of each of the chakras and the wisdom of how that is embodied in your life will come through. And as you expand that energy, more and more wisdom will be revealed to you, and you will be able to start to live your life using this energy and wisdom. So thank you for watching. It would be wonderful if you could like and subscribe. So wherever you are in the world, I wish you all the best. Take care and bye for now.